The concept of strategy is derived from the Greek word strategia. It appears as strategie in Latin, strategie in French, strategie in German, strategia in Italian, and estrategia in Spanish. Are you taking notes? This term comes from the Greek word strategos, meaning military general. This is the topic we want to discuss here. Developed by Strategos Games, whose name is perfectly fitting, and published by MicroProse in its second version, Strategos is a real-time strategy game that gives you the opportunity to command some of the most legendary armies in history. I've been following the game, which is scheduled for release on January 20, 2026, for some time now, so I'd like to mention that I'm very happy to have received a review copy. To be completely honest, I tried to get Jeffrey Parker's The Cambridge History of Warfare before the release date, but it didn't arrive in time. I'll blame my failures on the battlefield on that. Command School. The legendary Russian general Alexander Suvorov said that tough training translates into ease on the battlefield. While I haven't reviewed the book Parker mentioned, Strategos does a great job of teaching you the basics. The game offers a 3-stage tutorial to help you learn the controls and mechanics. Then you are tested against a limited AI general. The Manual tab, hidden under the other tabs, offers a very useful overview where you can find accurate information about unit efficiency in different scenarios. The underlying structure of Strategos feels like it could reshape a digital Warhammer fantasy for those fascinated by military history, but it doesn't require you to spend your entire life savings on a few figures. These figures, however, often don't look good even when viewed from half a table away. Crossing the Rubicon. Given my fondness for campaign modes, it made sense to start my Strategos journey here. With a few clicks, I became Alexander the Great and threw myself into the Battle of Chaeronea in 338 BC against the power of the Athenians. Before sending you into battle, each campaign mission allows you to decide which unit types to select. This is limited to specific units, but it adds a nice layer of customization without compromising your army's identity. Options are generally for units of the same class, such as different types of cavalry units. Like most good RTS games, Strategos offers a phase where you can reposition your units based on your game's strategy, or you can continue with the default wide front formation as I did at first. What sets it apart from other games is its general mechanics. Your field commanders are tied to specific units, and only they can issue orders on the battlefield. With a few clicks, I found myself becoming Alexander the Great and facing the power of the Athenians in the Battle of Chaeronea in 338 BC. When battles paused, orders could be shouted from a distance, but most of the time I had to rely on couriers. Following in Hermes' footsteps, they raced through the thick of battle to deliver instructions. They were usually successful, but losses were inevitable. The number of couriers was limited, so I had to be careful about which orders really needed to be delivered. Fortunately, Strategos eliminates detailed management and offers the most enjoyable independent unit management I've seen in this game. As in most real conflicts, battles in this game don't end with the complete annihilation of the enemy. Sometimes the side that suffers the heaviest losses can still win as long as it holds its ground. In my campaign experience, the fact that unit status isn't carried over between missions felt like a missed opportunity. It weakens the sense of continuity. Considering the time that passes between some campaign battles, it makes sense that some losses would be replenished in certain cavalry units, so I understand the logic here. Still, it would have been nice to feel a stronger connection to my army. Mechanical animals. In Strategos, unit commanders may need to receive orders from generals, but once they reach their positions, they act independently. Modifications and details are beyond the scope of this review, but the practical result is that you can manage the overall flow of the battle without forcing archers to fight collectively. This has realistic consequences, sometimes negative. For example, infantry may encounter a hidden enemy while moving to the target area and attack to defend themselves. This can leave your flank exposed, leading to chain reactions in battle. Overall, I found this greatly improved my battlefield management. Terrain plays an important role in Strategos, and I was pleased to see that this is not limited to trees slowing down units. Terrain, elevation, vegetation, waterways, and even specific soil types affect your soldiers. Special interactions vary depending on unit type. For example, foot archers can usually move smoothly in forested areas, while cavalry struggles there. Once you master the battles in Strategos, the game gradually increases the difficulty through campaigns and reenactments. The margin for error decreases significantly in later missions, but this never feels unfair or impossible. Infantry can attack to defend themselves, which can leave your flank exposed. The real challenge lies in managing such large armies in a coordinated manner. This makes the initial battles feel like minor skirmishes. In Strategos, defeat is the best teacher. Therefore, after a few humbling experiences and meditation sessions fueled by coffee, returning with greater knowledge takes only a few events. The place where I feel mixed emotions is the visual and auditory experience. Strategos beautifully sets the stage with music and battle cries, and the animations are charming, but there's a kind of cartoonish feel to the whole thing that leaves it somewhere between an artistic choice and an old design. These don't really affect the gaming experience, and sometimes that nostalgic vibe takes me back to playing Rise of Nations after school, but there's always a feeling of something missing, as if it could be better.
Final thoughts.
Time passes equally for everyone on this planet, but it seems like we haven't been able to find a good encyclopedic ancient period simulator for PC in a while. Strategos looks and feels like a complete product that can deliver impressive, realistic battles, giving you the chance to showcase your armchair commander skills. The small budget shows at times, but Hannibal was primarily concerned with winning his battles, not smelling the flowers. Strategos succeeds where it matters and has all the hallmarks of a real-time strategy classic.